Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to Here's the Storm. Today I'm bringing you some Jaina gameplay. This is the first time I've played Jaina since her little bit of a change, a little bit of a buff, rework type thing. The first time I'm playing her on the live server since that happened. So here we go. As you can see, the team comps are horrific. Oh my god, they're terrible. So we have a solo warrior, Tyrael. By the way, I first picked Jaina, being Infernal Shrine, so I was the first pick. I think Kerrigan and something else, I don't remember, was banned out. I think Kerrigan and Zul were banned. I first picked Jaina. I think it's a good pick. We got a solo warrior Tyrael on top of that. The Rhaegar's really good. We got solo warrior Tyrael. Then we got a Chromie. And a Murky, so there's that. As I said in my Valor game yesterday, I've just been having the worst luck. So I played for about 3 hours that day and managed to get like one game worthy of posting. And I was like, oh my god, we're just losing everything. This is terrible. I came on today, I've been recording today. I played for another 3 hours today so far. Yeah, lost everything as well. Now this is the final sort of game I played, and this one is actually pretty good. I won't tell you if we win or we lose this one. I think this one was though definitely the best game, and we can see some interesting things about Jaina. And I think there's a lot of interesting things that can be said about team and stuff, but it's been really depressing. Like my unranked draft, it's just my Emma board. That is just it's tanking and it's painful. And it's like the lower it goes, the worse the drafting gets and stuff. And it's just it's terrible. But anyway, the enemy team, they're running a solo warrior Rexar, so I mean they don't have a very good composition either. But apart from that, their composition is relatively solid. Apart from that, though. Like Solo Warrior Rexar is not ideal, but they've got a pretty decent team to kind of back him up and do some work. We'll see how things go. So pretty, fairly decent start to the game. We were kind of messing a bit around at the start in the middle lane. We had Murky was bottom though, so I wasn't really interested in doing too much. Pretty sure Zeratil's in this bush. There he is. Hello. He does do some damage to Chromie. So yeah, okay, so I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like, I think double mage is pretty terrible. Now, ironically, the reason it's so terrible is that you can counterpick it so easily. Ironically, my teammate picked Chromie up, I think second pick after I first picked Jaina. They didn't hugely counterpick her. Not hugely. I mean, they got the Zeratil, but that's kind of it, really, I guess, in terms of things that super counter her maginess in particular. It's going to be hard for Chromie to do anything much. I could have maybe gone on the Rexar there, actually, only seeing that now, but I was just worried that the rest of our team was pretty much nowhere to be found. Murky was kind of diving. I could have maybe gone after that. So that was a mistake for me, I think, there. But again, we really didn't have the team position in general for the rest of it to do anything much. But yeah, I mean, like, we have a Tyrael, but there's nothing particularly combo-y from the enemy's team's side that we really need the Tyrael to counter. That is like the sanctification. It's gonna be okay, but it's not really gonna get much value. We don't have like a melee assassin. We don't have yeah, we've got double mage. So it's like, sure, you can kind of temporarily protect us, but it's from what? It's basically what I would say. You know, he's not gonna really protect us from Asmodan globes. This is not really gonna happen. So there's not much gonna happen there. And then the Chromie is okay. It's not going to achieve too much. And then our last pick was Murky. And last picking Murky into Uther, it's like, I think the two heroes that are best against Murky are Li Ming and Uther. Uther, because Uther has either Cleanse or Divine Shield, which hugely neutralize what you're trying to do in a team fight. And then Li Ming, obviously, because she just gets free resets off the Murky. And she can teleport away from him whenever he comes in for an Octograb. But whatever, we'll see how he does. Maybe he'll play it really well, who knows. And I like Zeratil is kind of killing his egg over and over again. It hasn't really achieved very much though. It's, in my opinion, it's more of a waste of time than anything else, but I suppose it's something he's been doing. Do need to be a little bit careful here in this bottom lane. Yeah, in terms of my talents, by the way, at level 1, I went for a specific Jaina build in this game. I was kind of a little bit stuck again because I thought our team composition was pretty terrible. I was like, shit, I'm not actually sure what to build now. But what I'm going for, and I think it's pretty good in Infernal Shrines. Now, the first level 1 talent I picked up, Conscious Pursuit, I'm not actually sure about that. I'm not sure about that. But level 4, I picked up the Frost Armor, which it shields anyone who hits you with a basic attack, and also absorbed, or like, it's like a weak form of block, 50% block on first basic attack every 10 seconds. I did get kill there. We did get the kill on Zeratul though in response, so it wasn't terrible, I guess. Could have gone better, but nice rotation from them. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, I thought that level 4, the Frost Armor, I kind of looked at the comps and it instantly sort of said Frost Armor is the thing to go for. It will really protect me from Zeratul if Zeratul dives on me. It's not terrible against Lunara or Rexar either. So I just thought, you know, this is going to be fairly useful all around. It's also kind of nice. You can chill the little minions on the shrines. And as you can see right there, level 7, I picked up Ice Flows, which increases the area of your Cone of Cold. Makes it, I think it's twice as wide. And then also gives you cooldown reduction for all the targets you hit. So this is going to give good wave clear, which our team kind of desperately needs. Our teammates didn't really succeed in drafting very much wave clear after me, so well done, team. Yeah, it's also going to be very good on the shrines. You know, we're going to get a lot of cooldown reduction on the shrines, and it's going to help basically just clear out those shrines quite efficiently. I think it should be pretty good. Unfortunately, I missed the Frostbolt there on the Lunara, which sort of in hindsight from playing this game, I'm not sure if the Conjurer's Pursuit was a good idea in the end. I was concerned about my mana, because I was expecting to be spamming a bit. I don't know if it would have been an issue. Again, the mana regen changes have helped Jaina significantly. So I'm not sure. I could maybe have gone for something else. So Rhaegar's freaking out that we're level 10. The enemy team, though, they're not really near us. And we have Murky on the shrine, which is fine. Chromie trying to poke from distance. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I mean, they're calling for us to go back. Again, like, we've got Murky on the shrine. If Murky dies, who cares? Is basically the name of the game. Who cares? That's one of the Murky strikes. He can sit in the shrine, and like, they can't really hurt him very much, and he'll be fine. If they kill him, whatever, he respawns, he's back, awesome, no big deal. That's the strength, I suppose, of Murky on this map in particular, is that he can be just like split pushing or just pushing down the shrine things, kind of out of position that would kill other heroes. There you go, the Murky thing comes down and instantly Divine Shield comes out and saves him. So that's pretty gnarly. Nice Ancestral there from Rhaegar, actually, that was pretty good. And maybe should not have gone into the Void Prison, maybe should have stayed outside and just gone for the Rexar, but oh well. Again, as you can see, we really lack the ability to actually kill anything. The ability to actually achieve anything is pretty low in this, and we're effectively losing. We're losing a 5 versus 4 at the moment, which is pretty terrible. Honestly, it's pretty terrible. And yeah, I just thought this was kind of like the name of the game was. I think one of the defining things about this, there's pretty good gameplay overall on both sides, but I thought the main issue during this game was purely the terrible draft on our part here. I'm almost dead. Nice heal from Rhaegar though, just keep me alive, just barely. Rexar is coming on me, but I do escape. Hooray! I live. Excellent. Okay, we get a kill. So I think, you know, if Chromie and Murky, that if they coordinate well, they might be able to achieve something. But it was like they both picked heroes that Uther counters really hard. He's got Cleanse, which can counter the Murky, and then he's got Divine Shield, which can counter the Chromie, or either or, basically. So at this point, we do manage to pick up a kill, though, which is pretty nice. We won that top Punisher, which is really nice. And we killed the Asmodan. That's pretty good as well. I think Asmodan made the right decision there. He basically, we both popped over the wall. He's like, all right, I'm dead. I'll just sit here and laser this turret. I'll at least get some value out. I'm not going to achieve anything by running, so I think that's fine. He probably should have left earlier, but it's okay. I'm going to help Murky clear this out. We're really not getting much value out of that Punisher up top, as you can see. In fact, it looks like our team is losing a fight, which is nice. I kind of very much out of position right here, having countered that push. So I'm just going to stay here, soak this wave for us, try to get us level 13. Unfortunately, Chromie does die up in the top lane. I think Murky arrived there, so they should be okay. No, never mind, Murky died as well. That's unfortunate. But I'm just still pushing in here. Asmodan is down here as well. But I mean, I think it's a really bad sign if your team is losing 5 versus 4. It should be essentially impossible to do that. And the big issue is that, yeah, it's just a really bad draft. And you can kind of see that in some of the things that are happening here. The fact that we're being very slow. I think some of the heroes are definitely misplayed as well. We'll see as we go further. But yeah, it's drafting is important, everyone. Drafting is important. A kind of a waste of a blizzard here. Basically, the the benefits of this build, as you can kind of see, is, you know, your wave clear is fantastic. Because you throw out one E, and then the second E, like, finishes off the things. Now, I did go a bit greedy there. I was kind of like, I want that regen globe. And I ended up taking way too much damage for it. So that was actually a huge misplay for me. Like, really bad trade there for me. Way too greedy. I should have just let that regen globe go. It really didn't help me at all. Kind of waiting in the bush. I see a couple of my allies are coming down. And this is actually fine. If we kill Asmodan here, this would be pretty good. Unfortunately, the cast time on that water elemental means I don't really quite land it. But nice Octograb this time coming out. I'm going to pop Icy Veins, which is my level 10 talent as well. And there we go. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I decided to go for Water Elemental as opposed to Ring of Frost. I prefer Water Elemental myself. I think actually maybe Ring of Frost would work better with this build. I didn't feel like they were a particularly Ring of Frostable team, or that our team is any setup or follow-up for a Ring of Frost. So I wasn't too taken on it. I decided Water Elemental would be more useful, just picking up the Zeratul, or just zoning out the Lunara, or something like that, or Rexar. Just something along those lines, anything along those lines. And see, they've all got Spell Shield as well, actually, so that's something of a counter pick. Nice cleanse. Actually, their Uther is really on point with his cleanses. Very, very good at cleansing the Lunara and such and keeping them alive. Lunara barely lives there. That was kind of bad luck on our part that she survived that with like 1 hit point or something. But oh well. And then the frustration, I miss my my Q on the minions, which isn't the end of the world. Anyway, Rexar's bottom. They've got Merc camps pushing. This is a tough choice. This is it's a very difficult situation. We're also Talenteer down. But I mean, once again, we've got Murky and myself and kind of do the shrine. I'm not sure what Tyrael is doing here, honestly. He's not really able to achieve anything. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking we can sort of slowly pressure down the shrine. We've got a lot of shrine pressure. People are pinging danger, which isn't very helpful. I think get 16 again. Like, I'm able to clear that shrine pretty safely. I was never in any danger. And same with Murky. Murky's never in any danger, so it's not really an issue that we're down a Talenteer, because we can continue to pressure the shrine safely, essentially. We can delay it until we do get 16 or whatever. The enemy team is kind of diving me now because our team is split up. And this was something else I noticed about this game. I've noticed actually about these games in general, dropping down the sort of MMR brackets in the unranked draft. It's really misallocation of resources and heroes. It's not that people play badly, it's just that they don't play very well. So for example, right there we had a Chromie go to try to clear a big split push, which is a complete waste. She's really not good at it at all. So she went down there. She didn't even manage to clear out the split push, then she ran back. Then our Murky and our Tyrael decide that they're going to fight when the enemy team is on 39 minions. The Punisher spawns and they don't actually achieve anything. There's a cleanse came out on me there from Rhaegar, not really for any reason. I think I do make a mistake here as well. I'm feeling pretty safe, but I didn't take account of the Void Prison. But yeah, I was safe from everything except Void Prison, so that was my fault. Definitely a big mistake for me. Decent Sanctification, I actually stepped out of it by accident. Tried to walk in again, right-clicked someone and stood there attacking. Did get back inside the Sank, but yeah, that didn't really achieve anything. I should have at least thrown down the Blizzard and my E. I think I threw down the E, but I should have thrown down both of them. Or at least I tried to. I should have thrown down both, at least before I died, to get some wave clear value. But that was a misplay from me. Right there, definitely not respecting the Void Prison. Big mistake on my part. I was kind of like frustrated at this point. I was like, how is this going so badly? How are we losing everything? What can we do differently? What's going on here? It's just difficult. This keep is gonna die, as you can see. So there you go. Like this, Asmodan is just YOLO push this bot lane all the way. It's quite funny, really. It's quite funny. But yeah, I think the lack of, I mean, if you just look again, it's just a failure in drafting on our team's part, like a big failure in drafting. Which, I mean, you can see it in our team composition. There's very weak synergies. Like there's no synergy between the Tyrael and the rest of us, or between the Murky and the rest of us. Then we've got like the Chromie, which really doesn't work well at all either. That's a nice feign death by the Rexar. And a very timely Divine Shield by Uther. I thought their Uther, the enemy team Uther, played really well. And to be fair, our team also picked heroes that just let him get tremendous value. So watch, okay, he's not going to be able to save Lunara there. He burned everything pretty much, saving, oh, no, sorry, he didn't die, Murky died. Yeah, saving the Rexar. but this is pretty good. So despite the fact that we've got a pretty awful team composition, we're losing pretty hard, we just, there's 3 enemy heroes dead. Now, this is also, I thought, a big mistake. We have the Tyrael who's heartstoning, Murky's run off to clear top lane. So it was at that stage of 5 versus 2, and instead of pushing down a fort and just brute forcing down the fort, everyone, they just went all over the place, but really didn't achieve anything. Tyrael, I found this very amusing myself, is that Tyrael heartstoned during a 5 versus 2, and then he comes back and is like, now we're 5 versus 3, now we should push in aggressively. I mean, it's nice that he gets mana and all, but it's also a big mistake. You see at the same time Zeratil's in our base killing the Murky Egg and nothing else, which is kind of funny. Yeah, he's down there. Our teammates, again, they're all rotating. If you look at that, 3 of them have rotated towards our fort to wave clear, which is a massive waste of time. Myself and Tyrael are doing the correct thing and starting to clear this shrine. Again, we should be able to clear these shrines very quickly between Rhaegar, Jaina, and Murky. Unfortunately, they're not actually there. I think Murky was replacing an egg, so that's okay. But yeah, again, this is a 5 versus 4, so we should really win this. Kind of dramatically. Nice Void Prison comes down, kind of locks us out a bit. Murky's diving after them. Gonna kill the Rexar, there we go. Rexar's dead, nice. Alright, wicked, double kill, fantastic, well played. I'm going after this Lunara, not sure if I'll be able to get her. Okay, just about get her. We get on top, hit her with the E, hit her with the Q, and the burst damage just pick her off. I also picked up the vulnerability on my... I'm not sure what that Tyrael Q was, but I did pick up the vulnerability on my E. I was like, we need more damage. And you can also get it off like an awful lot as well, because you've got the damage the cooldown reduction on your E from your level 7. So you get a bigger E, you get cooldown reduction, and then you get like the vulnerability at 16, and you start popping off all these AoE vulnerabilities. Also picked up Wintermute, so now your Wintermute will do it. Actually, it does a lot of AoE damage. It's actually pretty swanky. It's pretty sweet, so kind of excited to see that in action. Tyrael appears to be doing our bruisers. I am not sure why. Oh, I didn't even... I gotta be honest with you, when I was playing this game, I didn't even notice that he was doing the bruisers. Oh my god. Is he seriously doing bruisers right now? There's a Zeratul pushing our keep. We've got a Punisher pushing their keep. And he's doing the bruisers? Yep, no, he legit. Wow. Okay, nice. Oh boy, but yeah, I mean, there's been a huge misallocation of basically just really bad strategies overall and strategic moves and such. Is that, like, we've got wave clear in some of our heroes, but a complete failure to actually utilize that wave clear. We've got people making bad calls, backing off from a 5 versus 2. Just a lot of errors in general. At this point, I want to direct your attention to the keep. Look at that. Look at our, sorry, not the keep, to our core. So Zeratul basically backdoors the core and wins the game. Oh my god. So yeah, I just thought that was a really interesting game. Like, all of my games have been like this, and it's so painful. I think I definitely saw a couple of mistakes on my part through there. Missed that kill early on Rexar, and then we had a bad trade with Lunara, and I just gave them 2 stars for cooperation. There's the stats. You can see our siege damage is very high and our teammates is very low. Hero damage is okay. And yeah, there's the thing. I was kind of going, Conjurer's Pursuit, not sure if that was the ideal one to pick up there. But there you go. That's the rest of the build. I think I kind of showed how that build should work in theory. But again, to kind of go over again what went wrong in that game, the many things that went wrong. I think, yeah, again, like, it's just so interesting. I feel like this is a real insight into, like, the sort of low diamondy or platinum type mindset. It's like a really bad draft, lack of synergy between heroes. Again, I first picked Jaina. They had 4 picks to go after that, and apart from the Rhaegar, I don't think any of the other 3 picks were very good. Weak wave clear, and then not utilizing the wave clear. Like, for Murky to come out with siege damage that low, it's pretty bad, you know? I think that's all that can be said. It's pretty bad. myself, I had the highest siege damage with 90k. Rhaegar had 80k. He came second. Then we had Murky at about 70k and Chromie Tyrael at about 40k. 45k. It's pretty bad, to say the least. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, we had like the Tyrael pickup when there were a lot of other warriors that would have fit a lot better. Then we had a Murky pickup into an Uther, and he really didn't achieve much. You know, you could have had something like Sonya or Arthas. I don't know what bruiser. I can't remember what was left after the bans. But there would have been a lot of options like an Uberak, Sonya, Arthas. Plenty of bruisers that could have been chosen and would have functioned very well. The Chromie was okay, I guess. But I would have preferred something different with already having Jaina as a mage. I would have preferred like a sustained range damage dealer. I think would have been better. But that's okay. And yeah, I mean, it was just the enemy team YOLO split pushed and won. Because, oh yeah, there's some poor, very, very poor, I think, strategic moves and decisions and rotations. And just, yeah, we drafted ourselves into a corner. And then we didn't really utilize kind of any split push or good focus to really achieve anything, unfortunately. Yeah. And then, yeah, I don't know. I felt like I think the Murky was a bad choice, and the Murky himself and the teammates both were kind of underutilizing the Murky. First of all, our Murky in terms of not de-pushing lanes enough, and then our teammates like calling for us to retreat when we had Murky on the shrine. It's like, well, just leave Murky on the shrine. He'll pick up a bunch of minions. They'll rotate in and kill him, but he'll just respawn 5 seconds later, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a really interesting game in terms of that, in terms of, you know, looking at how to construct a team composition and how to de-push lanes and how to rotate and how to take bruisers when your keep is being pushed and your enemy team's keep is being pushed. The ideal time for doing bruiser camps. Am I right? Yeah, I am. That's right. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I've given up all hope on ever winning Heroes of Storm ever again. We're on a losing streak forever. Anyway, I think it was probably a fairly good game to look at Jaina and see a different type of build, kind of an E-focused build, a bit more AoE focused. Yeah, I think the Jaina pick worked relatively well. And I do think that she's a good hero in a good place at the moment. So there you go. Anyway, I will give it a like if you liked it. Give it a like to wish me luck. If we get enough likes, I might win a game eventually. Who knows? I don't know. I'll anything. I'm praying for any help I can get. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Yeah. Wish me luck. Goodbye.